In a startling case, Pawn Stars star Rick Harrison was just sentenced to life in prison. He has fallen from fame due to the terrible accusations leveled against him. In order to understand this pivotal moment in Rick Harrison's life, let's examine the specifics of the case. A stunning case has resulted in the life sentence of Rick Harrison, the well-known Pawn Stars star. His rise from fame and professional success has been abruptly cut short by grave accusations. Let's examine the situation in depth to see what happened and why Rick Harrison's life took such a drastic turn. In the comments area below the video, please express your thoughts on this case. If you want to remain updated on the latest shocking happenings in the entertainment sector, subscribe, like, and share the video. After finding fame on Pawn Stars, Rick Harrison, who was born on March 26, 1965, in Lexington, North Carolina, became regarded as a savvy businessman and TV personality. It wasn't easy for him to become famous, though. His family relocated to San Diego, California, when Rick was just 2 years old, and he spent the majority of his youth there. Being diagnosed with epilepsy at the tender age of 8 presented him with a significant obstacle in life, which resulted in him missing a considerable portion of class. Rick refused to give up and instead used his time at home as a platform to educate himself, focusing on history in particular. In retrospect, his deep understanding of the past was one of his greatest strengths. After appearing on Pawn Stars, Rick Harrison, who was born on March 26, 1965, in Lexington, North Carolina, became well known as a savvy businessman and TV host. His rise to popularity, nevertheless, was far from effortless. Rick spent the majority of his life in San Diego, California, when his family relocated there when he was just 2 years old. His life took a turn for the worst when he was 8 years old and diagnosed with epilepsy. As a result, he missed a significant amount of school. Nonetheless, Rick refused to give up and instead used his time at home as a self-education course, focusing on history in particular. One of his greatest strengths was his extensive understanding of the past. Something major happened to Rick when he was 17 years old. They were married and had 2 boys, Adam and Corey, after his fiancée Yi Kim became pregnant. They were married for 8 years before deciding to split. After relocating to Las Vegas, Nevada with his family in 1981, Rick's father Richard established a modest coin shop known as Gold and Silver Coin Shop. By 1989, Gold and Silver Pawn Shop had become a well-known landmark in Las Vegas, serving as the iconic backdrop for Pawn Stars. The store's early years were fraught with difficulty. Unpredictable clients and dubious transactions were commonplace for Rick and his dad. Nevertheless, Rick's exceptional ability to discern antiques and his extensive knowledge of historical items played a crucial role in the shop's substantial growth throughout. He became well known among Las Vegas pawnshop owners and operators throughout the years. Rick started fantasizing about a reality show that would feature the interesting anecdotes and everyday chaos at the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, after realizing the pawn industry had unrealized entertainment potential. Despite initial rejection, Rick persisted with his concept. His perseverance paid off in 2009 when he inked a partnership with the History Channel, marking the formal debut of Pawn Stars on television. The show shed light on the pawnshop industry, blending exciting historical tales with delicate negotiations involving unique and exotic commodities. Rick, his son Corey, his father Richard Harrison, and their dear buddy Austin Chumley Russell were all introduced to the audience. With their expertise in judging rare artifacts and swords, this group shot to fame. Because of Rick's level head, exceptional negotiating abilities, and extensive knowledge of the past, Pawn Stars became famous very fast. Rick's now iconic "the best I can do" became a signal for the acceptance or rejection of a contract. Having said that, the performance was incredibly informative as well as amusing. A wide range of viewers, including inquisitive children, history buffs, and casual watchers, were drawn to Pawn Stars because each episode provided an educational lesson in art, culture, and history. Once a humble neighborhood store, Gold and Silver Pawn Shop became a global phenomenon under Rick's direction, attracting tourists from all over the globe and giving some lucky winners a shot at stardom on the show. Rick branched up into other businesses, such as selling memorabilia and books, and even opened restaurants, thanks to the show's tremendous success. After rising to prominence at the pawn shop and on television, he became a sought-after media figure who made appearances on talk shows, interviewed prominent magazine editors, and shared his financial wisdom at events. In your opinion, how does this matter stand? Could that be a miscommunication or the truth? Please share your opinions below. To make sure you don't miss any thrilling videos, like, and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in surprising news from the entertainment industry. The story of Rick Harrison, who dropped out of high school, yet went on to become a TV star and prosperous entrepreneur, is an inspiration to people all around the globe. Rick Harrison is the main reason Pawn Stars is so popular. He is also the show's public face. In addition to his shrewd economic sense, he is famous for his composed leadership style in film. While keeping a watch on Chumley's mischief, Rick frequently acts as a pawn industry mentor to his son Corey. After years of working together with mutual respect, Rick and his father, Richard Oldman Harrison, became more than just father and son. They became strategic partners. Honesty, intelligence, and integrity were the cornerstones upon which they constructed Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. Following his father's passing in 2018, Rick persisted in making sure the company upheld the principles his father had instilled in every transaction and choice. Despite the undeniable fame and fortune that Pawn Stars gave to Rick, his personal life has also had its fair share of challenges. His second marriage, to Tracy Harrison, ended in divorce, but they were married for 27 years, until finally calling it quits in 2011. 2 years down the road, Rick wed Deanna Burdett in a spectacular Las Vegas ceremony, conducted by Danny Coker, star of Counting Cars, and Chumley was more than happy to be the ring bearer. The moments Rick recounts on the show prove that he is a dedicated family man, even if he attempts to keep his personal life private. Rick, whether talking about his kids or thinking back on his dad, tries to keep his popularity, business, and family life in check. Rick Harrison was never one to sit on his awards. Rather, he relentlessly pursued new opportunities to grow his business empire. His entrepreneurial pursuits expanded beyond the pawn shop as his star began to rise. Just across the street from Gold and Silver Pawn Shop in Pond Plaza is Rick's Roland Smoke BBQ and Tavern, which Rick founded. Tourists and locals alike fell in love with the restaurant's superb cuisine and celebrity chef. With his co-authorship of the 2011 bestseller License to Pawn, Deals, Steals, and My Life at the Gold and Silver, Rick finally had his story told in paper. The memoir gave readers a real look at the guy behind the counter by sharing his lively experiences, business acumen, and entertaining anecdotes from his decades of dealing with customers. True to his entrepreneurial spirit, Rick kept looking for ways to grow his brand and his company. One of the most well-known names in collecting, Rick has perfected his valuing abilities through many of transactions involving Pawn Stars. Rick has seen and appreciated everything from rare relics to vintage automobiles and historical documents. But his modesty and realism are his distinguishing features. He is always happy to bring in reliable experts when he is unsure of how to handle a situation. His business and the show have been successful because of his mix of curiosity, caution, and confidence. The New England Patriots Super Bowl ring from 2001 is one of Rick's most notable transactions. He paid only $2,600 for it, but later found out it was actually worth a lot more. A Spanish treasure trove containing gold coins discovered from a shipwreck in 1715 was another noteworthy deal. This find exemplified Rick's profound appreciation for antiquities and historical artifacts.